Perdana with NPM 2341142 and for management class 23B. Here I will explain the material about decision theory. Decision theory atau teori keputusan adalah bidang yang mempelajari bagaimana individu dan organisasi membuat keputusan. Dengan tujuan memahami dan meningkatkan proses tersebut, it involves analyzing various alternatives, considering risks, uncertainties, and goals. Decision making includes identifying problems, selecting the best option, and evaluating potential outcome based on preference or values. In organizational context, decision theory is used not only for individual decision but also for group or collective decision making. It combines mathematical and psychological approach, offering frameworks to make more rational and informed choice, both personally and within organization. Introduction to decision theory. Yang pertama, foundation of decision making. Decision theory berfokus pada prinsip-prinsip dasar dan berbagai model yang membimbing proses pengambilan keputusan. This theory aims to provide a systematic understanding of the decision-making process in individuals and organization. Tujuan utama dari teori ini adalah membantu meningkatkan kualitas keputusan yang diambil. Yang kedua, rational and irrational decision. Dalam decision theory, penting untuk memahami bahwa keputusan seringkali dipengaruhi oleh faktor rasional dan emosional. Rational decision making means choosing based on logical and objective criteria, while irrational decision are often influenced by subjective feeling or biases. Kedua faktor ini bisa mempengaruhi hasil keputusan secara signifikan. Yang ketiga, uncertainty and rights. Decision theory juga mempelajari bagaimana individu dan organisasi menghadapi ketidakpastian atau uncertainty dan mengelola risiko saat membuat keputusan. When facing uncertainty, decision makers must estimate probabilities and consider possible outcomes to make informed choice. Rational choice theory. Yang pertama, assumption. Rational choice theory assumes that individuals are rational actors with clearly defined preference who seek to maximize their authority. They are expected to make decisions that bring them the most satisfaction or benefit. Teori ini didasarkan pada gagasan bahwa individu akan selalu memilih opsi yang memberikan hasil terbaik menurut preferensi mereka. Yang kedua, optimization. Optimization means that individuals will rationally choose the best available option based on their preference and the available information. Decision maker are seen as optimized, making choice that lead to the highest level of satisfaction or benefit. Yang ketiga, application. Rational choice theory is widely applied in economic, political science, and social science to model decision making behavior. For example, dalam konteks ekonomi, teori ini membantu menjelaskan bagaimana konsumen memilih produk berdasarkan preferensi dan anggaran mereka. Expect utility theory. Yang pertama, probability assessment. Expect utility theory emphasizes whole decision making, evaluate the probability of various outcomes when making choice. Decision makers are used to weigh the likelihood of different scenarios and select options that have the highest expected benefit. Yang kedua, utility maximization. This theory assumes that decision makers will choose the option that maximizes their expected utility of the weighted average of all potential outcomes. Utility maximization refers to the act of choosing the option that brings the greatest overall satisfaction. Yang ketiga, normative model. Expect utility theory is regarded as a normative model because it provides a guideline for rational decision making. The model helps in understanding how to make choices that are logically consistent with one's objective and available information. Prospect theory. Yang pertama, loss aversion. Prospect theory suggests that individuals tend to be more sensitive to loss than to equivalent gains. This concept of loss aversion explains why people might avoid taking risks even if the potential gains is substantial. Dalam praktiknya, ini berarti orang cenderung menghindari kerugian lebih daripada mengejar keuntungan. Yang kedua, framing effect. The framing of a decision can significantly influence individual choice. Even if the underlying option remains the same, the way in which information is presented atau positive or negative framing affect how people perceive the option. Efek framing ini menunjukkan betapa kuatnya pengaruh presentasi informasi dalam memengaruhi keputusan. Yang ketiga, dimension sensitive. This principle within prospect theory suggests that as the magnitude of an outcome increase, the additional impact of gains or loss diminishes. Misalnya, nilai tambahan dari keuntungan atau kerugian yang besar terus semakin kecil, meskipun hasilnya mungkin jauh lebih besar. Dan yang keempat, descriptive model. Unlike expect utility theory, prospect theory is a descriptive model, meaning it aims to describe actual decision-making behavior in real-world situations. It explains how people actually make decisions rather than who they ideally should. Behavioral decision theory. The first is cognitive basis. Behavioral decision theory investigates to the cognitive basis and mental shortcuts, such as confirmation bias or anchoring, that can lead individuals to deviate from rational decision making. This process often results in systematic errors when processing information. The second is emotional factor. Emotional factors such as fear, excitement, or anxiety also play a significant role in decision making. Emotion can sometimes lead to impulse or irrational choice, especially in high-stake situation. Faktor-faktor emosional ini seringkali berpengaruh besar dalam membuat keputusan yang cepat atau spontan. And third is social influence. This theory also considers how social and cultural influence shape individual and group decision making. Social norms, peer pressure, and cultural expectation can affect choice, sometimes leading individuals to make decisions that conform to group behavior. Application of decision theory. The first is business and management. Decision theory is essential in business and management for strategic decision making, risk management, and optimization. Managers use decision theory to make informed choice about investment, marketing strategies, and resource allocation. Dalam manajemen risiko, teori ini membantu perusahaan dalam menentukan strategi terbaik untuk meminimalkan risiko. The second is public policy. In public policy, decision theory provides insight to policymakers, helping them understand and address complex social challenges. Teori ini dapat digunakan untuk merancang kebijakan yang lebih efektif dalam bidang kesehatan, pendidikan, dan lingkungan. And 30 is personal and medical decision. Decision theory helps individuals and healthcare professionals make more informed personal and medical choice. It guides patients and doctors in evaluating treatment options by weighing risks, and benefit. Limitation and critique of decision theory. The first is complexity of real-world decision. Decision theory often oversimplifies real-world decision making, which is frequently more complex and context-dependent. In reality, banyak keputusan melibatkan variabel yang sulit diprediksi atau dikalkulasi secara akurat. Second is assumption and bias. Many models within decision theory are based on assumptions that might not hold true in all situations, such as the assumption that individuals always make rational choices. Additionally, decision theory may not fully account for cognitive biases that affect decision making. The third is lack of empirical support. Some aspects of decision theory have faced criticism for lacking empirical support, leading to ongoing debates and revision in the field. Empirical research often reveals that people's decisions differ from theoretical prediction, highlighting the need for continuous refinement. So much material that I can convey. Please apologize if there is a mistake in the pronunciation of words. Thank you for watching until the end. I end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.